Alright, since things have shaken up a bit here, we've decided to go all in on a brand new project. I have scoured the dark corners and deep tubes of the interwebs to find the perfect party for a truly epic adventurer that will have insane repercussions. Hey, Skellykid!
What?
I hope you know I'm not going to write a script for this. No, nada. You get one cut off the top of my head, and then I'm going to the store. There's a sale on Doritos and Coke with the big 0 on it, and last time the shelf was empty.
Yep, sounds great. Awesome. Like usual.
Anyway, there's a town that has come under attack by a group of undead monstrosities, and the people are all scared, and it is up to a band of unlikely heroes to save the day, but they'll probably just end up burning the place down and rolling dice for the rest of the afternoon trying to figure out which one of them a fantasy horse I named off the top of a hat liked the most. Like a basket of cats here, I swear. So the town was founded back last Thursday when I came up with the idea for an immensely stupid adventure I'd run for whatever batch of wackos I managed to round up on
Yeah, it was
short
his
notice.
idea.
I mean,
Yeah, it was totally his idea.
I need to go get my...
Yep.
Oh man, I left the oven on! This is the worst available. This quaint village has had quite a run this year. It is a beautiful summer, although there is a light fog hanging in the streets. You find that the inn, which is present nearby, is pumping out quite the beautiful, wafting sense of freshly baked bread. Those of you who are from this town know that a festival is just around the corner, but no one seems to have started setting up yet. Instead, everyone is holed up in their homes for some reason.
So, Da Vinci's in the tavern, and he's going to sidle up to the barkeep and ask him a few questions.
All right.
So, first things first, have you seen a guy named Shredder anywhere?
Shredder.
Wears a funny hat. Kind of looks like an asshole.
As the mention of a funny hat, a long, red, fluffy tail sticking out from under Da Vinci's own hat will twitch almost expectantly.
Guy looks up at the hat and kind of slowly back down into Da Vinci's wrinkly forehead. No Shredders here. Not that I know of. What does he look like? Other than, like, an asshole? I know a lot of assholes.
Kind of looks like a weird ninja. Too much armor and a lot of makeup.
He looks at the armored turtle wearing a bandana. Nope, nobody I can think of.
Okay, dude. Thanks for that. The other thing was, can I use your kitchen?
Sure. You have to provide your own ingredients.
Chef Da Vinci will whip out a 10-pound block of Gouda and be like, I always come prepared, dude.
Tatyan is just watching the group, and when the cheese is pulled out, her head just goes straight up. Eyes going, what?
The chef's gonna look back at the noise that's being made and just kind of wrinkle his eyebrow.
Unfortunately, there are few people that are of interest in the tavern other than this newcomer. Or newcomers, I guess? It's just a few of the locals sipping their drinks and trying not to pay attention to the turtle in the room. Staring is rude.
Suddenly the door opens and old wrinkly guy comes in. It's like, someone chewing on my head. I take my stick to it. The grumbling goes on for several minutes as he stumbles over and is like, how's the bread going?
How's the what?
How's the bread going?
Hearing Gramps complain about bread from the front of the house, Da Vinci will walk out and slide a pie on the table, and everybody instantly recognizes the turtle and the pie and the turtle pie and knows this is the one Chef Da Vinci.
Oh.
Oh.
I guess we do have bread. Order up. And he will slide the pie across the bar. And when you turn to go back into the kitchen, you will find that you're not alone.
Yeah, so as you enter the kitchen, there's like a very short man who is deeply deranged. Like his eyes are like bugging out of his head. You ever see those people where their eyes are like not fully set into their skull? Like they're always staring at you with like 1,000% intensity? That's what this guy looks like. He's about like 4 feet tall and he's like rifling through the cupboards, like mumbling to himself. Oh, it's gotta be here somewhere.
Sir, child, person, whatever, dude, like, what are you looking for?
Oh, well, today's my birthday, and I know there's gonna be a cake around here somewhere. I just have to find it. Like, there's, like, dishes scattered all over the floor. He's, like, throwing everything on the ground.
Well, I mean, I could make you a cake.
He, like, whips around. I mean, I'm sure they've already made me one, but I wouldn't say no to 2 birthday cakes. And he, like, rubs his hands together, and it makes, like, a sound when he does it. Like, really grossly.
Well, if you wait out front and give me about 20 minutes, I will whip you up, the best pie cake you've ever seen.
Ooh, pie cake. That sounds novel. And I guess he'll like stumble on by, like happily going to wait for this cake.
Suddenly, the door slams open, and one of the townsfolk, panting and covered in gristle and blood, says, "They're at the gates again. The undead are rising." And then he will collapse to the floor, causing everyone in the room to gasp.
It's like the 10th time this week.
Hearing the sound of the door slamming open and a subsequent collapse, the chef's hat will move and a small red squirrel will climb down his body and start scampering across the floor towards the fallen figure.
3 of the men will jump up, and the bartender will slap his hand onto his face and say, "Oh, rats in the kitchen again."
The squirrel turns and faces the bartender and replies,
"Oh, she's angry."
with a final indignant glare, I will continue my path over to the fallen figure, and I'm going to cast a first level Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
While she's doing that, Gramps pulls out a horn, puts it up to his ear. It's like, what?
I said she's angry.
Not you. What'd she say?
She said.
Oh!
Pyraniel has walked in, looking nervously all around and stepping cautiously around the new stains on the floor. Is going to walk over and politely inform the man he should probably get that looked at. It might get infected.
I think he's dead. And then the healing glow washes over the man, who then promptly sits back up, apparently fully healed. That's, it feels the best that he has in years. He goes, "Oh, I thought the zombies were gonna get me. Thank you, squirrel." And he jumps up and clicks his heels together and dashes out the door. "I'm moving!"
The squirrel will give him what you imagine to be a salute.
Well, there goes the 3rd constable this month. Will no one stand up with a necromancer?
The chef pops his head out in the middle of all this, just completely ignoring what's going on, and goes, "Hey, you got any cream?"
Who could think about cream at a time like this? This necromancer is shredding our loved ones in his graveyard and rising them up.
The squirrel will scamper back over towards Chef Da Vinci and point desperately at the front door and to the mess that the grisly commoner made when he came in and collapsed.
Oh, I'll take care of that. She cast acid splash on the ground where the commoner was laying.
Oh.
There we go. It's sanitized.
As he watches part of the wood boil away in the acid.
You can never be too careful.
The squirrel will clap both of its paws to its furry little face and point again at the door that the man ran out of.
But I'm making a cake right now.
The door swings open wide and scoops the squirrel to the side as a person steps in and then promptly slips on the sullied floor and goes ass over tea kettle and lands in a armored heap on the ground. One of the town guards is now laying in the doorway.
Oh dear, are you alright? You look like you took a mighty good fall there.
Oh, my back.
I don't want to hear about your back. Look at my back.
Gramps' back has always been curved.
Yeah, he has scoliosis.
Sometimes a person's spine curves and rotates, making it look like an S or a C. This is called scoliosis. Because your ribs attach to your spine, when the spine...
What came you rushing in here so quickly for? Is it a surprise, perhaps?
Yeah. How did you know?
Oh, indeed. I have a sense about these things.
It was a surprise attack.
Ooh, what a daring flavor. His eyes shift back, like left, then right, then left again. He rubs his hands together. Where would I find such a surprise attack?
Well, last I saw, the shambling horde was heading towards the town square.
The gears click in his mind, and naturally assuming the entire town is coming together to plan the biggest celebration ever, he just shouts, "Come on, everybody, to the town square!" As if he has the authority to summon every single person here to the town square, and trots on towards the exit.
You're not the brightest bulb in the box, are you?
Gramps still holds his thing up to his horn up to his ear, and it's like, that noise! I hate that noise. Go tell him what for. And he gets up and starts shambling towards the door.
As you shamble in the direction of the door, you notice that there is a black plume of smoke that has started to roll through the building. Several of the people jump up and begin to flee, many of them claiming that it is the necromancer's dark magics. But it smells like a kitchen fire.
The squirrel will disappear under the chef's hat and grab a lock of his hair in each of her little tiny fists.
I'm sorry, you're gonna drive the turtle?
Of course.
The turtle waits for instruction.
Yo,
Squirrel.
get in
Turtle.
Your dad loves you, get in the
Turtle.
The cockpit's too small for a
Human.
kick. Sup, buddy, you
Turtle.
I will shove each lock of hair directly forward, hopefully in the direction of the door. She didn't actually look which way he was facing before she went under the hat.
Oh,
Turtle bumps into the oven, lighting everything on fire.
All right, I will pull you back in reverse and try to spin you out of the kitchen.
Turtle starts leaving the kitchen while everything's on fire, just completely disregarding the fire.
all right. The tavern owner rushes into the flaming kitchen as a lot of you exit, never to be seen again. Fortunately, the tavern is not near most of the other buildings because of the stench that comes out of it. As it burns, it doesn't set any of the rest of the town on fire. We're probably not far behind from the rest of the town getting set on fire anyway. Oh my god, I was muted that whole time. That's
Yes.
perfection.
Oh my
No wonder it was so quiet. Great
That is
job.
absolute perfection. I was
that is
narrating that
flawless.
entire time. That's beautiful.
That is fucking perfect for this game. Oh my god.
Love it. Yeah, you step outside, the building is engulfed in flames. The citizens have fled, and I apparently went and walked the dog while the rest of you were sitting here. Sorry about that. And there's zombies.
Oh god.
At the top of the round with Pyraniel the Clean.
Well, first thing they're going to do is look above their head as if they're reading something and going, okay, I can do this.
The number is 18/18 glowing over your head.
The zombies over on the right side of us going to cast grease on that center point.
They'll swing their legs back and forth several times before colliding and falling into a pile of grease.
Chef Da Vinci is a little tired. He's huffing and puffing. That was a lot. I think I'll take a break. And then he promptly just goes into a shell.
The squirrel will... You may not have seen squirrel eyes bug out of their owners' heads before, but you do today as she stares in disbelief at the chef.
Chef Da Vinci is inside of his shell, raw key.
She is going to chitter angrily for a good 5 or 6 seconds at the chef as he retreats into his shell. She's going to stand on top of the edge of his shell and change form.
So you're turning into a glowing star squirrel?
Yes, with like little chibi star eyes.
Okay.
You activating your star power.
I am activating my star power.
Gumpert, first of all, will look at the squirrel turning into like a constellation in the night sky and glowing magically, and go, "Oh, what a neat party trick!" And like hop up and down and clap his hands together excitedly. And then looking at the undead in the town square, he'll walk over to one and be like, "Oh, glad to have you!" And like clap him on the shoulder, and cast Shocking Grasp. I'm assuming 24 hits.
You still have Talk to Yourself on. Type /talk to myself again. The zombie is gonna go ahead and give you the nom, and it will lunge past you and stumble into the tent. He's not gonna hit anything. This guy getting up. Nope, both of those zombies just kind of writhe around in the oil. They can't even move. They get up and immediately fall back down.
She's gonna rub her nose and then sneeze. And there's gonna be flames spouting right in front of her.
You're gonna sneeze the line of fire?
Yep.
As you sneeze, the line of fire hits the pool of grease and ignites it. And it blows up in a fiery flash like a firework.
That's nice.
So the guy in front of you takes 11 points of fire damage, and then these two zombies, this guy will take 11 and then 17, which blows him up, and he just turns into a fiery cloud of ash.
Pyraniel is one going to be going, no, 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 no. I just got my sanitary meter full. Stop touching me, you filth. Casting a firebolt at the one who bit me.
The chef, having successfully rested for a minute, will emerge from his shell as a bonus action. And having listened to the squirrel chitter and chatter the entire time, while mostly sleeping, kind of not, in and out kind of thing, he's going to assuage her desire and will pull out his ornate pizza pie spatula with the 10-foot hole on it, and will cast Fly and send the squirrel to the closest roof.
The squirrel is going to eyes are going to widen when she sees the pizza paddle, and you will hear panicked chitters of protest.
They slowly fade into the distance as you stream.
Yeah, she spreads her wing flaps before being smacked. I'm gonna glide to try and at least assure my landing where I was supposed to go.
Alright, roll a d20 there, Chef Da Vinci. Let's see how close you get to your target. Alright, that's fair enough. You swing high, and Rocky is able to glide back down.
Before the end of his turn, he's going to pull out a pair of bracelets and slap them on his wrist.
Alright, your bracelets of protection are active.
After finishing cursing at the chef and squirrel, she is going to target this zomboid and star arrow him as a bonus action.
He gets blasted for 7 radiant. Well, there's definitely fireworks going off out here. Let's go to Gumpert to see how he's enjoying the party so far.
He'll hop around and like clap his hands a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, amazing dancing! I had no idea you had access to pyrotechnics," to the zombie who's on the ground slipping in grease and on fire. And then he'll take like a little, those little party poppers where you pull the thing and confetti shoots out?
Yep.
Yeah, he'll take one of those out of his pocket, and he'll go like, "Today is my special day," and shoot one of those in his face and cast poison spray. He's going to have to do a constitution save.
He gets sprayed in the face with the poppers and immediately just goes, "For fuck's sake," and falls over dead.
That's what I want to look like at the end of the night, guys. And then they kill the zombies.
Rocky is going to, I'm going to drop my star form and use, I believe my final wild shape to shift into a commoner.
Okay.
With my newfound ability to speak, at least temporarily, she is going to snap at the chef. That time!
Yes, special treats help with fighting. Special treats help with fighting. I promise.
Oh, hey, I have special treats. And I reach into just like some disturbingly vague region under my arm and behind me and pull out like a large sack Oh, I have these little gift baggies for everyone who is attending my party. Who wants one? And I pull one out and like dangling it like for someone to grab.
Everyone takes one except for the elf.
With that group of undead cleared up, you hear the sounds of cheers coming from some of the boarded up buildings. And one of the people will pry their door open to rush outside and say, "Oh, thank you, you've saved us! You've saved us from the undead! Well, from these undead." So the man will tell you that the graveyard to the northwest of the town is protected by a purple barrier. But the latest attack was near the Shrine of Mastery.
Man, this Shrine of Mystery sounds like the best place to stage a surprise party.
You know what party is, right?
Yeah, it's mine.
The commoner will raise his hand and say, "Yes, you're a party."
Yes, we are. He's just like grinning.
It's just like picturing this unnaturally wide grin on this guy's face. It's like scarier the longer you
amazing.
His eyes are bugging out too.
Rocky is actually going to back away from this guy and go stand behind the chef.
He looks like he's been overinflated, like he could explode at any moment somehow, even though he's like a flesh person.
Well, that is why I have a shell for a shield.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
yep. You guys know those like stress toys that you like squeeze and their eyes pop out? That's what this guy looks like halfway between both phases.
We'll join the squirrel.
Everybody's just gonna end up hiding from the halfling inside of the chef's shell.
So the chef offers treats and retreats.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yes. They go shopping. They go shopping, and then they go to the forge.
What?
She said,
Approaching the smithy, you will find that it has been all but abandoned. There is still a blacksmith there, but he has let the forge go unlit and cold.
Mr. Smith, if you don't mind, I would like to use your
Name's
forge.
Jed.
Okay, Chad.
Jed Smith.
Jed.
Nobody calls me
Jed-
Mister.
Jed Smith. Okay, Jed. Bro, can I just use your smith? Your forge.
Sure. Have fun.
So, Mr. Da Vinci here is going to assemble the biggest pie cake you have ever seen. A layer of dough, layer of cheese, layer of sausage, another pie crust, layer of mutton, another pie crust. Rinse and repeat till he's got about 10 stacks of this thing going on. Nice big fat stacks. And he puts it on the end of his spatula. And he shoves it into the unlit furnace here. And you're not sure how he's going to cook it because he hasn't brought out any fire, lit anything. But then he just kind of looks a little strange. And then he puts a finger over one of his nostrils. And he sneezes and fire shoots out of it onto the furnace and onto the cake and cooks the cake, and then he coughs in the middle of snorting and accidentally lights the pile of coal next to the smithy on fire. But the pie is safe anyways, and he pulls out the pie and thanks Mr. Smith for his time. Jed, whatever, and just walks away.
Jed isn't paying much attention as he's desperately trying to put out the coals that are threatening to spread through the smithy.
Going to crawl out of the chef's shell in a panic and attempt to use Druidcraft to try and blow out the fire.
You use your Druidcraft and you blow the smoldering coals out of the back of the smithy's shop.
I just witnessed the birth of snot-infused pie cake.
Yes.
No, it's not snot infused. That is flame, pure flame. The best way to make pie.
This is such a superb looking dinner cake. Thank you so much.
For his part, the chef, while he's telling you how wonderfully clean and safe his cake and his cooking is, coughs and gets a big wad of phlegm on his mouth and then proceeds to just wipe it on his apron.
As the party leaves the smithy, The smithy being safe, but the building behind it having caught fire very liberally. As you leave, you pass by the orphanage. Surely the fire probably won't track that far. And then head up toward the latest attack site.
Help! Help!
Passing by, you see fields of zombies that were slain, along with several of the town guard. Truly a battle of epic proportion.
Well, look, everybody's here. He would turn to the chef. Let's put the cake down somewhere maybe on that large stone over there so it doesn't touch the ground so we can get it later.
The chef will place the pie at the feet of the Shrine of Mastery.
All right. The pie will slowly lift up off of the ground, and a choir of angels starts to sing around you as the pie rotates and begins to glow with a pale blue light.
A sacrifice of Christ.
Holy pie cake, Da Vinci! Literally.
Stop it! We're not gonna have any of that noise here!
And then there is a flash, and a empty pie plate drops to the ground as a chorus of angelic singing descends into a chorus of angelic burping as they fly away.
Stay away!
I'll find a way to make you another pie.
Thank you.
It seems that your sacrifice has been accepted as the gates covering the Shrine of Mastery slide open. The grisly pile of undead bodies that had been slain trying to break into it, sloughing off like so much tattered flesh and phlegm.
Well, my instincts have never turned me wrong, and I am sure this is the way we should go, he says, and happily trots forward towards the disgusting pile of grossness.
The party goes into the Shrine of Mastery and walks down a hallway for a while. And then there is a door with a gargoyle on it, and he's, like, talking.
Alright, you inspect the door. The door inspects you back. The gargoyle's eyes open, and it says, "Ask me one question, and if I do not know the answer, you may pass."
Kevin.
The gargoyle stares at you for a moment. I didn't understand that at all. You may pass. And the door opens.
And then they come to a room that seems to have no exits.
See before you a wide room with no obvious exit. Oh, Tatyan vanishes through a secret door in the back of the room that there was.
Whoa! A secret door in the back of the room that there was.
What was that, Nat?
At hearing her metaphoric name called, Rocky will stick her head out from the chef's shell, rubbing her eyes blearily.
Tatyan's gonna plug her head just through the wall and shout her ex's name again.
Your ex's name echoes back at you.
And then, another room.
Ahead, there appears to be a marbled room with a brass plaque at the other end that says, "Behold the Helm of Mastery." And there is a glass wall that shows the helm is still securely in its place behind the guarding wards. As you step in, the temperature in the room begins to rise. Tiles begin to fall away, and lava starts to flow into the room.
Rocky looks accusingly at the chef.
Not sure it's my fault this time.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is my favorite game. The floor is lava. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best friends ever. This is the best party ever. And he will like hop onto one of like the tiles that are floating in the lava.
Several magma creatures lump up out of the lava.
For the viewer's pleasure, a brief summary of the combat follows. Ching, ching, clang, clang. Pow, pow, pow. And now we return to the worst available.
And with that, The trials are completed, and the glass rises from over, and you hear a voice echo, "Bold heroes, retrieve the Helm of Mastery, and ascend your skill to its peak." You step inside, and you find sitting before you the Helm of Mastery.
He stays outside. She doesn't trust what's in there.
The chef will pick it up and immediately put it on his head. Look, now I am the master chef.
Wow, that helmet fits your head perfectly like it was made for you or something.
The master chef will note that there is a pocket for the rat in the hat.
Seeing the chef put it on his head with no incident, Rocky will climb up and investigate for said pocket.
The shining green helm with golden visor appears to protect quite well. It looks like it will be a safe place for you to hide.
She will take up a position that allows her tail to stick out of the top of it like a helmet plume. Knowing that other people need that more than she does, Rocky will look at the chef and point directly up above herself. Seems she wants to be tossed in the air so she can just glide back to safety.
The master chef will load her onto the spatula and fling her across the room.
Oh, this is going to be fantastic.
The spatula turns at a slight angle, and Rocky goes, swat, and flattens against the wall. When Chef Da Vinci ascends to Master Chef, then obviously Rocky will have to at least make one
Cortana.
appearance as Squirreltana.
Yeah, Squirreltana. No, man, her star squirrel form is just like blue.
The blue holographic squirrel, yes!
Yeah. So Cortana is Master Chief's
Amazing.
like fucking AI companion.
Yeah, I get it now. It took me a minute to draw the...
Yep. So the star squirrel form is just like glowing blue.
Oh no.
And then the party goes to another room.
The door opens wide, and you see before you a wide chamber with a pair of statues and a dais with a chest sitting on it.
Wow, that looks neat. And he'll just walk in.
It's because the chest in the middle of the obviously empty room is not a trap at all.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a present. You should go touch it.
Oh boy, you think so? Oh, okay. I will.
Absolutely.
Rocky will nod emphatically.
He'll go open with the chest.
Okay. The door slams shut behind you, and the two statues on either side activate.
Master Chef will...
Well, seeing that happen, Rocky is going to make a squirrely sound of panic, and I'm going to go ahead and wild shape into my human common form.
Okay.
She will look down at her wild shaped form and take on a puzzled expression as she realizes she is electric blue and translucent. Then I'm going to...
Gumpert will go.
Alright, going to...
Tatyan.
Oi, these are very troublesome. Another ins now. Good. And she'll...
What?
Now you hold on just a second. This isn't how I remember my birthday going at all. In fact, this would be a terrible birthday if it were true. That means it must be a dream. All I have to do is, in my dream, go back in time. Zawarudo!
Yes, so, rolling things back, your party decides to take a nice, relaxing, long rest in this room here before going on. And when you go around the corner into the chamber, you find a set of piles of rubble and a suspiciously unguarded chest, which has some treasure in it. Hooray!
You guys, I had the weirdest dream, and it happened in this room, and we were all killed.
That is so weird. I had the same dream.
That is so
Rocky?
crazy. See, the good thing is that could never happen because it's my birthday.
I got punched through the door. My hip feels better, though.
Hey, never underestimate the power of chiropractic medicine.
An assortment of coins and gemstones await in the suspiciously totally unguarded chest, along with an assortment of weapons made to equip a band of adventurers against whatever terrible thing has befallen the town.
Oh boy, an assortment of weapons, you guys!
You can take 1+1 weapon that your character is proficient with.
Everyone gets a +1 weapon of their choosing.
Is there anything that anyone wants to do before you go to the graveyard?
Did we first check on that orphanage we passed to make sure the smithy didn't burn it down?
Looking down to the south, you'll see that only a little less than a third of the town has been consumed in flames.
Good golly, it looks like a little less than a third of the town has been engulfed in flames.
Damn it, Chesh, motherfucker.
But did we avoid the orphanage?
You can't really see from here, but the odds are fair? Sure.
Boy, I can't see the orphanage from here, but I would say the odds are fair that it is not burned down, which is very good because I live there.
Heading to the graveyard, you find a thin purple force field protecting the area. It pulses at your approach, resisting your desire to enter.
Instinctively puts her hand over the halfling's mouth, knowing he's about to say something.
Stupid force field.
Fortunately, the moment that Master Chef Da Vinci moves forward and touches it with his fine helm that fits perfectly atop his head, the force field shatters, allowing all of you to enter. As you step forward into the graveyard, Tatyan once again yells out something. Several of the zombies look in your direction. Some of the skeletons look in your direction. And a man in a black cloak with a tricorn hat and a lantern stands up from in front of a stone box and turns to look in your direction as well.
Well, hello there. What is your name?
My name is Kevin, the Necromancer.
Well, hello, Kevin.
Yeah, Tatyan draws her bow. Just pointing the arrow straight towards Kevin's face.
He turns up the light on his lantern and kind of peers toward you all in the unnatural twilight around the graveyard. It says, "Oh, you're still mad about that. Well, that's awkward.
You were so dishonest.
I told you that I was a necromancer. I don't know what you wanted me to say.
The voice is terrible.
Besides, I'm trying to do my good deeds. Look at what I've done with the place." And he motions to the several undead that are standing about. "The people of Daveston will usher in a new era of prosperity. The raising of their relatives will now plow the fields, and they will be safe from having to break their backs with hard work. Those who have passed from this life will protect those who have life anew, and allow them to create works of art and beauty, painting and song."
Kevin, you know Grandma didn't want that.
Well, Grandma was wrong. I say now is the age of the Necromancer. It's party time!
Party time? Boy, I sure like the sound of that and everything else you have said. This sure is a splendid bunch of desiccated corpses you have collected here today. Kevin, I only have one very simple question for you, it seems to me. Kevin.
What is it?
Where is my cake?
Your cake?
It seems to me that if it is party time, then I am owed a cake of some kind. Because what is a party without cake?
That's true. Yes. You two, go and retrieve a cake from the town that was definitely already prepared. And he motions to the two skeletons, which quickly rush out of the yard to go find their cake. And no stabbing anyone! Just cake!
Oh boy, cake on delivery, how exciting.
This is the new world order that we have to look forward to. Peace, prosperity, joy.
Cumbert will just look at the rest of the party and be like, all of these things are very positive sounding words to me. I don't know what you think.
I mean, if he is the leader of your people, then so be it.
Have you thought about this logically, though? You're raising dead people. Have you realized the smell?
Oh, yes.
Stuff drops off of them.
Absolutely, and that is something that we are going to address. You see, the zombies that you see that are over there are going to be stripped down to become skeletons, because it's a more clean workforce. It's no good having your cleaning crew rotting as they're walking around trying to clean things. Clean, crisp, clear bones, definitely better for lawn care, for sweeping the schools, clearing out the troughs.
Bruno goes, bleach or sun-bleached?
I could definitely use the assistance in finding out which one is more pure. If only I could find someone who was willing to help me with the job. And we don't even have to worry about running out of assistance. I have a great conversion therapy setup that is absolutely perfect, nearly painless, and he will kick the structure that he is next to, and one of the wooden slats will fall off, and a person from the town will tumble out of it next to him onto the ground. Oh, I can breathe. Oh, thank you, Kevin. I thought that you had... And he goes, and dead. And he points his finger at them, and they immediately keel over. And then he points his finger down at them and says, alive! And they stand back up. Well, kind of. See? It's an unending supply.
See, I was with you up until you started talking about killing people. Otherwise, it's a really good idea. I mean, using the dead, they don't need their bodies anymore. But killing the living people, Kevin, it really...
That was too much, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We're rolling initiative now, aren't we?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was worth a shot. And he is going to call out, rise, my minions! And a pair of skeletons will rise out of the ground.
Rocky turns into Squirrel Tana and shoots Kevin in the head and kills him. I'm just kidding, that was a lie. She misses.
With her absolute rage of finding Kevin again, she's going to destroy all that he's constructed and built and loved. That wasn't her! So she's gonna start shooting at the first one that's coming across on the north by her.
Hath no fury like a woman scorned.
God damn it.
She's so scorned.
Oh yeah, kaboom! Just gets fucking annihilated. Shoots her out. I am breaking all your toys, Kevin! And as an effect of your critical, it knocks a small model off of the shelf and it crashes to the ground. He goes, not my Gundam!
This fucking Gundam!
Gumpert, go ahead.
Gumpert will take a step forward and be like, you know, Kevin, between the cake being late and there being no presents and where you were trying to take over the world and you killed that woman right in front of me, I would have to say that this party is a bit of a cake-tastic. And then he, like, ham bones on himself like a badum and casts Tasha's hideous laughter on him.
Jesus Christ. Okay, he has disadvantage on his saving throw. That shit is too good.
He fails.
And he will double over, falling to the ground and cackling.
Thank you. You're a great crowd, everyone out here tonight.
I'm glad that you think so. I thought the place was dead.
I'm still funnier than you, though.
Shut up, I'm the DM.
One round of combat passes, and zombies are killed.
Go, Gadget Wisdom save. Oh ho! The joke was funny, but it wasn't that funny.
Oh, you're going to get it now, mister.
Alright, so he will just barely make it. Standing back up.
So Gumpert will just, like, look at Kevin, who stopped laughing, and frown and go, Hold on. Hold the freaking phone, man. Excuse me. Hey, Kevin?
What?
You remember that joke I told you? Sorry, this voice kills me.
It's okay, it's killing all of us, too.
I fucking, like, 5 hours into this, I finally broke. Okay. Kevin, don't you remember that joke I just told you just a second ago?
Yes?
And you were laughing at that moment, but now you are not. Care to explain yourself, mister?
It stopped being funny.
I don't think so. I would actually disagree with that. Let me refresh your memory. I think you have just forgotten. What I said was that, hold on. I remember this joke. What I said was this party was a catastrophe, if you recall. And I cast Tasha's hideous laughter again.
Jesus Christ.
If you recall, it was quite funny when I said it the first time, and it's not done yet.
Okay, so...
It straight up fails again!
Oh my god. Alright, he stonewall straight faces at you until just a moment after you finish the joke, he just like cracks and then just starts laughing and falls over again.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That is what I expected. I think that's my turn.
Yeah. God damn it.
I'm then going to use Control Flames to spread that fire a little bit closer to him. Like Control Flames.
Gonna cleanse him like you did the orphanage? I mean, the rest of the town? A third of the town?
I didn't burn the orphanage. The tavern,
There's a fair chance the orphanage is fine.
Gramps.
Well, Gramps first tries clocking the skeleton with the bigger walking stick again.
Alright. Are you clocking the ones that are trying to stab the birthday boy, or the one back here?
The one.
Because you have advantage on these ones, but the one behind you, no.
Fine, I'll clock that one.
Okay, then that will hit. It will take 22 points of bludgeoning damage. This is vulnerable to bludgeoning, so you just literally smash it into tiny pieces.
And and then he yells out, "Now knock it off!" And well, using his frightful presence on everyone that is
within 120 feet of you.
Yeah, 14.
Thankfully, Kevin, the only one who is subject to the frightened condition, is obviously romanced enough next that he is not vulnerable to fear anymore.
It's mildly spooky to all the skeletons, though.
Yep. Scarier to the zombies. The skeletons are actually spooky and scary already.
Dude, when you just said that, oh my god, it sent shivers down my spine.
Josh and I at the same time. Nice. I am gonna go ahead and stab upwards, and he slices through the 8 and turns it into a 0.
As he attacks the floating numbers over his head.
Yeah.
I like it.
Tatyan creates a fog cloud.
Kevin is gonna go ahead and spend his action to put himself out. And then seeing the fog cloud over there, we'll say, "Ah, thank you, my dear," and we'll run over into the fog cloud. And then within the fog cloud, he casts a spell.
Kevin, my dear, I will deal with you in a moment. And then Gumpert will turn to the skeleton that is still in front of him and say, you know what? Take this.
Assortment of weapons.
Gramps is going to stump up over there, taking that attack of opportunity if the skeleton does.
Yep. That is going to hit. You're going to take 6, which will go down to 3.
Kevin, you're going to have to explain this to Mayor and everything. He's taking the back of his bigger walking stick to Kevin.
Kevin will look up at the incoming bigger walking stick and just say, No, I don't think I'll have to," as he gets swatted with it. And with that hit, he will get smashed face down into the fire, and Kevin is no more. There are no more necks in his romance future.
I guess you could say that for Kevin, today was a cake-tastrophe.
Kevin's body sits up out of the flames for just one moment, and he lets out a and then falls back over. After the unfortunate demise, or fortunate, if you happen to be any of you, of Kevin the Necromancer, the undead collapse to the ground that are nearby him.
Master Chef's just gonna collect all the bodies, make a big bonfire, and then roast marshmallows on it for everyone.
Okay.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song.
Well, that was a day. I'm going home. I'm tired.
And so Gramps, finishing a job well done, heads home to get some well-earned rest. Tatyan Imbecillarist watches the town burn, much like how her heart got burned with Kevin's lies and absence. He used her for his initiation into necromancy. The only man who actually understood her, made her feel special, but she understood how he was just pretending. She goes to drink back at the tavern the following day, the ember still flickering by the daylight. Aid comes to the town for restoration, and a dragonborn bard walks into the tavern. He played a flute. Their eyes met. No words were exchanged, and no slithers. She pulls out her sketchbook and starts drawing out her fantasies for this bard. She is content. Don't look in the book. Most people who spoke of their sightings of a star-skinned squirrel who drove back the foul hordes of undeath were met with skepticism, if not outright ridicule, in those first few weeks after the battle at the graveyard. And yet, the last laugh was theirs. To this very day, whenever any danger threatens Daveston, their guard forces are known to call for the help of a great squirrel god, Ra-Kay. When the goddess deigns to answer such calls for aid, her starry spectral form can be seen in the sky above the town. 1,000,000 squirrel army blessed with her might, following her every command as it fills the streets of the town. These squirrels are curiously adept at combat, and the very sight of such a tide of rodents has turned many a foe away. With the guardianship of Ra-Kay, the guard of Daveston has never lost a battle. When she does not answer their call, though, they always lose on those days.
Pyraniel first, mourns the loss at the top of his 8 on her sanitation meter, but then realizes Kevin had a good point with a few modifications. They can spread cleanliness throughout the town, and then the rest of the world.
Gumpert will put his hands on his hips and go, "Well, that was a great fight, but not really a great birthday." And then the skeletons will come back with a cake, and out of the cake will jump a giant woman, and then the giant woman is actually another cake, and out of the giant woman cake jump 2 other hobbits. And he throws his hands up in the air and he goes, "Mom and Dad? Oh my goodness, I have not seen you since I was born!" And they pick him up and throw him on their shoulders and go, "You did great, Gumpert." And he goes, "Oh, hip hip hooray, this is the best birthday ever." And then he looks directly at the audience.